Hello, brethren. Today I want to share with us on the topic, the issues of unforgiveness. There is no doubt that we all have either been betrayed, disappointed, and hurt by someone to the extent that it causes us emotional pain. Some of us have been bullied, maltreated at home or at work. Some have suffered domestic violence and abuse. However, what we are ignorant of is the fact that carrying this pain is like carrying a load of weight. Unforgiveness is when you are unable to forgive someone for hurting you. Now, this weight drains us of our peace and joy, as well as our health. Studies have shown that having an unforgiving heart can lead to heart-related problems, depression, lack of quality sleep, and increase in stress levels. The pain of an unforgiving heart leaves one feeling resentful, bitter, and even nurturing revenge. Most times when a person is unable to forgive, he goes to the extent of wishing bad things to happen to whosoever has hurt him. However, the longer we carry the burden, the longer we go deep into a toxic state, that it becomes more difficult to let go. God demands that we should forgive one another, just as He did. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32 says, "Forgive one another, as God for Christ's sake has forgiven you." Brethren, even Jesus forgave His executioners. On the cross He prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do." Now, when we fail to forgive, God will not hear our prayers. When we fail to forgive, our spirit becomes polluted. Unforgiveness affects our relationship with God. 1 John chapter 4, from verse 20 down to 21 reminds us that whosoever claims to love God and yet hates his brother or sister is a liar. And anyone who loves God must also love their brothers and sisters. When we fail to forgive, our joy is taken from us. We won't have happiness and peace in our hearts. So how then can we forgive? Number one, we must make a conscious decision to let go of the past. Because we must understand that carrying this load around will do us no good. Now, number two, we must come to Jesus and lay the burden at His feet. For He said, "Cast your burden unto me." Christ is able to help us through this. Another important thing we must do, we must pray for our offenders. Learn to pray for your enemies. The Bible says, "Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." Yes, learn to pray. You must pray a good prayer for them. This way, you will also have to learn to feel compassion for your offenders. How do you do this? Create good thoughts about him or her. This way, you will begin to develop genuine love for them. Brethren, it is the will of God and it is the commandment of God to forgive one another. This is the only way we can have a good relationship with God our Father. It is necessary for us to forgive and to forget in order to keep our body, soul, and spirit healthy. If you want to become the friends of God, forgive one another. This is a message from the New Ark of God Healing Ministry. Remain blessed.